thought today he missed some shots early and he wasn't as aggressive. And so we'll keep harping on him to stay aggressive. And we all know that's what tends to happen to young players, that they miss a couple of jump shots and then they get hesitant to shoot the ball. And I thought he had some open looks where he was hesitant to shoot the ball. And but you know, overall, I thought we didn't have a lot of legs. Seemed like we just didn't have a lot of giddy up today. You know, these guys have been giving it to me going hard. So hopefully we'll come back Tuesday and be stronger.
What impressed you about I think it was middle of the game we saw great passing, particularly with Glenn and George finding each other, one of them cutting to the basket and then finishing?
Well, that's part of, you know, trying to implement this offense. We know that George is a good passer, so we like to get the ball in his hands and let him make plays. And I've always said that passing is contagious. If you play with a guy that passes the ball, then other guys start passing it back to him. And I'm hoping that our team will continue to pick up on that with him looking for guys and being a playmaker for us out there.
I was going to say, is that the biggest thing? Those guys have shown they can be playmakers out there, and that's something Kevin Pritchard a couple weeks ago talked about, that for the main team, that's what you guys really need next year.
Absolutely. I think that, you know, we're looking for guys who can make plays at that position, and we're looking to improve our basketball IQ. And we all know with George, you know, some of the things he does on the basketball court. We don't even coach him. He just does it naturally. He's just a really smart, instinctive player.
With Joe, it seemed he had a little bit of a hitch or a little bit of a hobble. Was it something that happened specifically today, or is that just something from the effects of yesterday's fall?
Right. Yeah, it was from yesterday's fall, and the trainers they said that it's a bruise, you know, and that if he can get it loose, he can go. So we kind of left it up to him whether he could play or not. You know, I guess now I'm thinking about it, we probably should have held him out. But you know, Joe's a competitor and he wanted to play, and he said, "Hey, I'm ready to go." And you know, even in that fourth quarter, the coaching staff, we were going back and forth whether to let Nate finish the game at point guard with Scotty in, or to bring Joe back. And we just thought that, hey, you know, Joe's on our roster and he wanted to go back in, and we were like, okay, put him back in. But you could see he didn't have a lot of movement, not only offensively, but we know he's not great defensively, but he was really not good defensively. It seemed like he was peeping for screens on middle pick and rolls and playing from behind a lot.
Would you describe it as sort of a sore lower back, or is it more of his tailbone?
It's more of his tailbone.
Okay.
It's in his tailbone. They think that it's in the muscle, and you know, I think, like I said, our guys have been going hard, so I'm going to give him a day off tomorrow, and I'm sure he'll see the trainers, and we'll see how he is Tuesday morning.
What are you seeing from Rakeem so far the first couple days?
Well, first of all, you know, we're trying to get Rakeem to play more aggressive, run the court, roll more to the basket. It seems like he's in love with his jump shot a little bit, and he wants to pop. But I thought he was better today at rolling and playing physical. But Shayne was playing so well, you know, I think down the stretch, so we just decided to stay with him.
He seemed like he was playing more aggressive out there. Got to the foul line, I think, 12 times.
Yeah. The thing we told him, you know, I said, Shayne, I know, you know, we know you can shoot the ball, but you're playing the 5, and we need you to roll hard to the basket. And I thought he was rolling hard to the basket. His teammates were finding it, and he was trying to finish in there right, and he was getting to the foul line. And, you know, you mentioned the foul line, so we missed too many foul shots, but we missed too many open jump shots too today. And I think that had a lot to do with our legs. We just seemed flat right from the get-go on both ends of the floor.
Glenn sort of mentioned last week that defense is a big aspect to whether or not he improves and gets more into the rotation next season. How's he looked these first 2 games on the defensive end, knowing that you've had him guard guys that are probably going to be in the league?
Absolutely, and that was the thing going into it. I think all you guys know that in Indiana we pride ourselves on guys being able to play both ends of the floor, and he knew coming in here that he was going to always have the toughest wing matchup, you know, if the guy was an NBA player. So far, I thought he did pretty, you know, he's doing okay. I thought yesterday he kind of got overextended on some closeouts and got blown by, and Coach Burke showed him some film from the game yesterday, and I thought he did a better job today. We got 14 guys, and you know, I told the guys before we started that it's going to be tough to play all 14 every night, but you know, whenever your number's called, be ready. Whether it's 10 seconds or whether it's, you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, be ready to go out. You know, it's an old saying in the NBA, work your minutes. And it's funny, I said that to Joe. Joe the first day before the game. I said, Joe, what I always said when you used to go in the game, it'd be a minute or 2 minutes left. And he said to the guys, yeah, coach, you always said work your minutes. So, no, I haven't figured out a plan, but, we'll try to get everybody, some minutes and let them show what they can do.